Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful, I welcome you all on board with Islamic greetings. Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. Today's topic under discussion is natural foods with the maximum amount of calcium, containing much more calcium than milk. But before that, hi everyone, I am Tariq Sultan, the creator of above mentioned topic and comprehensive pharmacognosy review video channel.
Today, apart from milk, I will be telling you about other sources of calcium. This is not my observation and or local research, but a mere English translation, explanation of international lectures and research articles from journals, the internet and reference books. Nature bestowed the gift of milk as a complete meal that enabled humanity to live alone on this meal as a diet. The greedy behavior of people turned such a wonderful meal into poison. The forage of cow cattle was mixed with unwanted drugs and changed. They were captivated into cages. Steroids were injected to increase the milk production. Our local breed of cow cattle has a natural hump or a fleshy protuberance and a flap. Western species do not possess this hump and a flap. It classifies as a different species. If our local breed of cow cattle is allowed to graze in the wilderness, mountains or pasture land for 8 to 10 hours during the daytime, will produce milk which will give us top quality butter, yogurt and ghee, that is rendered and clarified butter. Due to sunlight, this cow will also produce vitamin D. I am not against drinking milk, but it has poisoned. Makhan is white butter. This video explains the white butter making procedure. Today, in some cities of Pakistan, such as the air quality index of Lahore, has risen to more than 400 and is not suitable for breathing. These old-fashioned utensils remind us that milk consumed by humans for the last thousands of years is considered an essential part of our diet. Ask a layman, why do you drink milk? The person will answer that drinking milk and or ingesting capsule of calcium is for meeting the calcium needs of the body. Let me guide you on how much calcium occurs naturally. Mother's milk contains 32 milligrams of calcium per 100 grams. Cow's milk contains 90 milligrams to 110 milligrams of calcium per 100 grams. That is 3 to 4 times more calcium than mother's milk. Mother's milk has an ideal amount of calcium, which is nature's bounty. Cow's milk contains 3 times more protein and lots of hormones. The newly born calves grow from 100 pounds to 800 pounds in a year. Cow's milk is good for calves but not suitable for human infants. Mother's milk is suitable for human infants. From the chart, it is clear that mother's milk contains 32 milligrams of calcium per 100 grams. Apart from this, easy peel orange, that is quinoa, or high yield mandarin contains 42 milligrams of calcium per 100 grams. The egg yolks contain 140 milligrams of calcium per 100 grams. The hazelnuts and Brazil nuts are either not available or a bit expensive in Indo-Pak subcontinent. These are the images of foods containing calcium such as hazelnuts, egg yolk, Brazil nuts, blackberries, easy peel orange, quinoa, mandarin and coconut. In other words, mother's milk is the perfect meal for infants and babies, has only middling amounts of calcium. Now we have to remember some important points regarding the sources of foods containing calcium. 99% calcium occurs in our bones and teeth, only 1% is in blood and soft tissue. 30% of calcium is absorbed from milk, 40 to 45% of calcium is absorbed from vegetables, nuts and fruits. Vitamin D3 increases the absorption of calcium 20 times, that is 2000%. If a person is ingesting lesser quantities of calcium, then it will be absorbed 100%. Without vitamin D3, calcium is not absorbed. The best source is from green leafy vegetables, nuts, walnuts and fruits. From this source, calcium's daily requirement is 200 to 400 milligrams per day, and this much quantity is enough for the day's requirement. 400 milligrams is required for pregnant women, children and geriatrics. If young people are acquiring 200 to 300 milligrams of calcium from vegetables, nuts and fruits, then the above mentioned sources are enough for them, and in that case calcium supplements are not needed. Milk is the complete meal. Goat's milk has the maximum calcium. The fish source of calcium also provides us vitamins D, E and A. These expensive sources are for those people who may afford them. The less expensive source of calcium is the local chicken eggs egg yolk. These are the images of animals whose flesh contains calcium, such as goat, sardines and salmon. This chart shows the amount of calcium in beans and pulses, one item ingesting alternatively weekly and not daily. The cheapest sources are cooked black gram, cooked black-eyed bean and cooked white bean. These are the images of beans and pulses such as soybeans, tofu, black gram, black-eyed beans and white beans. This chart shows the amount of calcium in green leafy vegetables and others. In this chart, one may find the cheap sources such as kale, collard greens, cooked spinach, okra also known as ladyfinger, mustard greens and broccoli. Moringa is an expensive source. These are the images of green leafy vegetables and others such as kale with curly leaves, collard greens with plain leaves, moringa leaves, capsules and powder, okra also known as ladyfinger, spinach, broccoli and mustard greens. This chart shows the comparison of amount of calcium in vegetables and whole milk. In other words, milk has slightly less calcium than the powerhouse of calcium, that is cabbage. Like cabbage, spinach and broccoli contain more calcium than the whole milk. Why should we believe that it is impossible to get enough calcium except through dairy and calcium supplements? These are the images of cruciferous vegetables such as arugula is a cruciferous vegetable, a cousin of broccoli, kale and cabbage, watercress and cabbage. This chart shows the amount of calcium in edible seeds and dry fruits. Poppy, sesame, chia, fennel, sunflower seeds and almonds are available in Indo-Pak subcontinent. One may select, change and ingest on alternate days regularly throughout the week. These are the images of edible seeds and dry fruits such as poppy seeds, sesame seeds, chia seeds, fennel seeds, almonds and sunflower seeds. This chart shows the amount of calcium in fresh seasonal fruits such as orange, papaya and dry fig. These fruits, apart from calcium, also provide other nutrients and vitamins. Calcium obtained from this source is therefore quite beneficial. These are the images of fruits such as papaya and dry figs. This is the conclusion of today's topic. Green leafy vegetable seeds, beans, black-eyed beans. Please note, lobia is the name in Indo-Pak subcontinent for the black-eyed beans. Nuts and fruits are the best absorbable source of calcium. Always consider ingestion of vitamin D3 for best calcium absorption. If vitamin D3 is ingested regularly, then even 200 to 300 milligrams of calcium is enough for daily intake, and above mentioned source may be avoided. For children, apart from mother's milk, goat's milk is the best source of calcium. Local chicken's egg yolk is the best source of calcium for a 4 to 6 months old infant. Grazing goat's milk, grazing sheep's milk and grazing camel's milk are nowadays considered the best sources of calcium. The cheapest source of calcium is eating eggshells. Half teaspoon of eggshell contains 900 milligrams of calcium and is highly absorbable. After carefully washing the eggshells and keeping the membrane intact, these are placed into a pan for a 10-minute boiling process. The eggshells are then dried, ground in a grinder as powder and sprinkled on favorite meals and ingested. This is the cheapest source of calcium and magnesium. This does not contain sugar and is part of keto diet with very low carbohydrates. These images elaborate the procedure how to make eggshell powder and also mentions the uses of eggshell.
If this video helped you learn the pharmacognosy subject, please give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this in future with other helpful animations, hit that subscribe button. By this, you will get a notification anytime new content like this comes out. Lastly, if you want me to seek and cover any other leftover issues, suggest a comment below on how I build my listed videos to create. I hope you have enjoyed it and I hope to see you next time. Bye.